I decided I wanted to do one of these every day if possible. Today's my first day in Lisbon. I'm exhausted. I'm so exhausted. I'm so tired. But it was incredible. Today was just that feeling of peace that I almost want to say expected to have, which is strange. This whole trip has just been like the planning process of it, which planning is like, I would say a loose word right now. This is like the least planned thing I've ever done. I don't know. I think I'm still just like processing. I've also been awake for so long. I think it's 6 hours earlier. So it's probably almost noon in Chicago right now. So I've been awake for 24 plus probably another six. So like 30 hours. I'm so tired. I couldn't sleep on my flight. That was my first international solo flight. I've always traveled with friends or partners, and I don't even know if I realized that until like yesterday. And I was like, oh my God, I've never flown for 7 hours by myself. That's a new thing. But it was great. My flight wasn't bad. I sometimes get a little bit of flight anxiety now, which is weird. I never used to. But actually, I had like zero. I think, again, this has just all been so, I'm so sure of this. I feel so like this is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is where I'm supposed to be. This is protected and guided and all of it. So I don't know. I just haven't felt a lot of anxiety, which is also interesting because there was like a plane crash. Apparently, a plane crashed into a helicopter yesterday in Delaware, DC. It's terrible. It's so fucking sad. That part gets me a little emotionally, actually. I feel like earlier today I got a little overwhelmed that, like, what if things get so weird that I can't go back? And I think that's like crazy. I wouldn't think that would happen, but clearly that brings up a lot of big emotions. I didn't like plan this because of everything that's going on, like outside of myself. Like I did plan this plan is such a big word. I did plan this based on what was going on in my world, but not like the world, and especially like the US right now. And I want to do a little better about getting off of social media while I'm here and just trying not to consume so much of that stuff because I'm not there. So right now I can protect my emotions a little bit because I have a physical space, a physical distance. But then, of course, I think about everybody I care about there. And it is a little tiny bit overwhelming to be so far away. But obviously, again, this is like my choice. And I want to figure out what my life looks like here by myself, like what a life anywhere looks like by myself. I haven't really had that whole experience. Even after my divorce, I was like numbing and drinking, eating. I mean, eating, I don't know. I don't even know if I was really doing that. I remember I was really skinny for a little while after my divorce, but I was definitely numbing, going out a lot. Yeah, spending money, traveling. Again, this is like different because, well, why is this different? I guess that's a good thing to think on. First of all, I don't have those distractions in the same way. I can't just buy myself happiness right now. I don't have the resources, and that's like a weird, sounds ignorant to say that, but I haven't really been in this situation before. I took a screenshot of my bank account yesterday when I was getting ready to take off, just because I feel like that's probably not the right amount of money to have in the bank to go just do this. I don't know exactly what the right amount is, but I definitely thought that may not be it. I think I'm really tired. I'm really emotional. I think this is a lot. This is a big deal. And I'm gonna go for a walk and think about it. And then I'm gonna take a shower. And then I'm gonna go to bed. And I'm trying to stay awake until 6 o'clock tonight, 6 o'clock p.m. I think when I hit record it was 5. So I've got 1 hour. And I think I can do it. I'm just so tired. I was around like 2. I thought like, there's no way I'm gonna stay awake. I'm just gonna have to have another wasted day tomorrow trying to regroup. But I think if I can go to bed at 6, I hope, we'll see how I feel tonight, but I hope I sleep well because I could use a good 10 hours of sleep. I feel like maybe even 12 if I can do it. But it is a little bit loud in here, I will say. This is like an Airbnb, but it's in like a co-living place, which is really cool. I will talk more about that because this is the stuff I want to document and save. But in the meantime, this feels like a glorified hostel. I've stayed in a few hostels, but the last time I really remember that experience feeling like this one was when I took my first international trip to Italy. And it was different because it was like shared room with like almost like bunk beds, but it was like a group of us girls. So we were like all together in the room, but it was like shared. So like this is obviously private room, private bathroom, private balcony, but then like shared living spaces. So shared like kitchenette, not even a kit, it's like a full kitchen. And then downstairs, I mean, there's like gardens. It's really pretty. Tomorrow I'm gonna like actually do more exploring. It's a loud dog too. Things are loud. Everything seems loud. But the co-working space downstairs is really cool. So I worked all day there today. And then I'll be back down there again tomorrow morning and probably like drink my coffee and get myself like get my work stuff caught up and taken care of. My time differences are a little confusing still. Tomorrow, I feel like when I have some sleep, I'll be able to like better figure out my schedule for next week and like calls and like meeting virtually. And then I actually have a couple like meetings next week here. What? Two, I think. And they're both for like community support with like co-living spaces. So again, I'll talk more about that because there's a ton of stuff I've like researched and done and outreached around. And then tomorrow night I might be going to like a girlfriend's dinner, like a girls meetup kind of thing. I'm not sure. I think it was like €10 to like go, and then obviously like you pay for your dinner. I think it's like going out to eat. I should probably look a little more, but I want to make a friend, at least one friend. That would feel good. Yeah, because that gets me a little emotional too. So I feel like I'm just really literally by myself. And even when I did the van, I was by myself a lot, but I also was like going to friends a lot and like staying with friends and having like, even if it was just like parking, I'd be with a friend for a lot. I feel like the times that I was alone, I did a lot of nights by myself, but it would just be like driving, park, maybe like hike or cook. But like the driving was such a big part of it that it was, yeah, I'm by myself, but I'm like doing something. Whereas here, it just feels different. So hopefully I make some friends and hopefully I stay awake till 6. I can wake up tomorrow morning and my circadian rhythm, I think. Hopefully that like balances out. So, okay, day 1, did it.